Did Joe Jonas file for divorce from Sophie Turner because of Ring camera footage?
And TMZ has learned it may have something to do with the Ring. No, not that one. This one.
Yeah, that's about where we are right now. So, what did Joe even see? Well, if you're following the Joe-Sophie split battle, you have 1,000 heard people say that. Amid their divorce finalizing and their fans going crazy in disbelief, Joe has come forward expressing how his eyes bore witness to something he never imagined Sophie would do. That's right.
I think it's about protecting what you keep close to your heart.
So before your pretty heart drops lower than your resting heart rate, let us reveal the what in What Did Joe Even End Up Witnessing? Main script. It was recently revealed to the public that Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's 4-year marriage had ended in divorce, surprising fans and leaving them wondering what could have possibly gone wrong in such a seemingly blissful wedding.
Because that's right.
Reportedly, the 34-year-old pop star Joe Jonas's relationship with his wife, who was allegedly caught on camera by their Ring security system, had reached a breaking point. It is unclear what happened in this footage, but TMZ claims it was the final straw that drove Joe over the edge. According to reports, Joe seemed to have concluded that his marriage to the 27-year-old Game of Thrones actor was doomed after viewing the hidden doorbell footage. As a result, after much speculation, the pair acknowledged their breakup in a joint statement posted to Sophie's Instagram in which they expressed a desire for privacy.
You just really be decisive on what you want. What do you want to be really protective over how much you want to share with your personal life?
As heartbreaking as it is for the two of them, the statement read, "After 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly this is a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children." Recently, Joe formally petitioned the court for a divorce in Miami-Dade County, claiming that the couple's marriage was irretrievably broken. This official action then closed the chapter on the journey that began with their 2019 weddings in Las Vegas and Paris.
It's great. It's wonderful.
Members of Sophie's inner circle have also provided light on the couple's problems, saying she felt trapped in her marriage to Joe and bitter over the years she lost to motherhood and marriage. Sophie's close friend, who requested anonymity, also said that the couple's separation from Christmas onward was due to issues in the relationship. According to reports, Sophie spent the months that followed clubbing in the UK and traveling around Europe with her friends. The actress was also spotted in good spirits at a Birmingham arcade bar while filming her forthcoming ITV series, Joan.
You said so?
I said this is
Banging. Banging. Banging.
Not to forget, Joe and Sophie even put their Miami home up for sale, which seems to have suggested their split even before divorce rumors began to circulate. Other details that have now emerged include the fact that Joe took their 2 kids with him on a summer trip to Warwickshire, Sophie's home county, in the United Kingdom in an effort to save their marriage. They tried to get back together, but it didn't work out, forcing Joe to move back to the United States with the kids. An anonymous friend of Sophie's has come forward expressing that the young celebrity wanted to make up for lost time by traveling and experiencing life before she settled down with a family. Sophie, on the other hand, is keen to experience the thrills she feels she has missed, while Joe seems content to settle down. And as if all of that wasn't enough, new details are coming to light that is really strange, but is for some reason turning out to be in Sophie's favor, including sympathies from the general public. It looks like the difficulties that Sophie Turner has been experiencing in her marriage may have been made worse by the fact that she has been comparing it to the connection that her brother-in-law has. Joe Jonas, who is 27 years old, is happily married to Sophie, who is 27 years old, and Nick Jonas, who is 30 years old, is happily married to the beautiful Indian actress Priyanka Chopra, who happens to be 41 years old. According to recent reports, Sophie allegedly started to have second thoughts about the future of her marriage after hearing that she was compared to Priyanka Chopra, who is well known for her maturity and grace, by none other than her in-laws. Not to mention, the revelation made by a close friend that Sophie's family frequently made comparisons between her and Priyanka brought an additional major source of tension into Sophie's life. Sophie felt the burden of being measured against her sister-in-law Priyanka, who is married to Nick, the younger Jonas brother. Nick and Priyanka have a more established and pleasant life together. Yet, Sophie, who was only 27 then, believed that she had barely begun to explore the chances that life had to offer. Then again, Sophie's rise to popularity, which began at a young age with her role in Game of Thrones, has left her with the feeling that she has missed out on the ordinary experiences that young people have. She complains about the lack of wild nights out and uncensored youthful errors that typically go hand in hand with student life in an interview that took place in 2019 on The Graham Norton Show. During her interview, she stated her desire for a more standard British university experience like all the other young girls of her age.
Game of Thrones.
Well, I wish I'd had that university experience, definitely. I wish I'd kind of, been able to go out and drink a lot.
Meanwhile, an unexpected shift is taking place in the court of public opinion as a direct result of the announcement that Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner will be divorcing. But here's what is shocking. It would appear that the internet is taking sides, with an increasing number of people siding with Team Sophie and focusing their hatred toward Joe. That's right. Among her many supporters, a social media user expressed, Joe Jonas was tired of Sophie Turner putting the cups in the top cabinet far from his reach, TMZ reports. And if that wasn't enough to pinch Joe out of his skin, another user quickly stepped forward to state, everyone is shaming Sophie Turner for working hard and partying because she's a mom. But no one is shaming Joe Jonas for asking a 13-year-old child out and then dating her when she was 19 and he was 26. Why doesn't fatherhood require higher moral standards? Whereas another user really upped the game while claiming, Sophie Turner could sing songwrite and produce Toothbrush by Deance, but could Joe Jonas play the best character in Game of Thrones and lead the most slay scenes in all 8 seasons of the show? No, he couldn't. Moving forward, court records obtained by a trusted media outlet provide a detailed look into the breakup of Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's marriage. The documents that have been made public by either of the two parties shed light on the couple's intentions for co-parenting their young kids, as well as the legal framework around their separation. And if you're still someone who prefers living under the rock, Joe and Sophie share 2 beautiful daughters together. In the petition for the dissolution of the marriage, the legal representative for Joe also states that it is in the best interests of the minor children for both of the parties to share parental responsibility for the children. In his formal request, Joe attempts to construct a parenting plan as well as a time-sharing schedule. Meanwhile, as per the details revealed, it appears that their daughters make their primary home in Miami, Florida, which is also the location that Joe and Sophie previously called home. But now, with the mansion in Miami gone, it's unclear where and how the children will be spending their time with their respective parents. According to the most recent information available, Joe has reportedly been the primary caregiver for their children throughout the course of the past 3 months, though. According to sources quoted by TMZ, the pair had been going through serious problems for at least 6 months, and their marriage had been falling apart because of their different preferences in terms of how they lived their lives. And although the divorce papers do not go into detail about the particular reasons behind their breakup, they do indicate that Joe and Sophie had both signed a prenuptial agreement on April 29, 2019, only a few days before their wedding in Las Vegas. But if you really think about it, it is interesting to note that Joe's attorney decided not to mention the prenuptial agreement in the petition for dissolution of marriage in order to protect the confidentiality of both parties. Additionally, the records suggest that Joe does not intend to seek child support from Sophie. This is because they believe that both parties are able to provide for the upkeep of their children and should participate in the financial obligation personally without any undue pressure. Will Sophie finally live the life she's been missing out on? Let us know in the comments below while making sure you're in the loop for more future updates by clicking on the bell icon.